Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Kickback Conversation. This is your boy, Brandon Scott. I'm here to talk to you guys today about something that's prevalent in our society right now that I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to be better. I'm equipped to just know what's going on. And it's about cancel culture. So cancel culture to me is something that has been a good thing in a sense, because it does allow us to say that we are no longer supporters, we're no longer consumers of people who do reckless and crazy things that we just don't agree with, right? But I think cancel culture has gone too far. And I'm going to give you something in this show that I feel like I would like for you to consider next time you're talking to your friends, your family, having this conversation. Just bring this up because I feel like it's important. So today we will dissect basically Kanye West versus Chrisette Michele, right? Two people that we as a community have canceled. Like, we have said we're done with them, we're good here. But the cancellations have been different. They have not been the same. And I want to just talk about that. But I think just talking about it a little further, I think something that's maybe more effective. And I think I'm going to do a series on this coming up, and we'll have some guests in and get their feedback on it as well. It's just with cancel culture, Trevor Noah had a great point. I heard him speaking one time. I think it was on the Breakfast Club. He talked about just with cancel culture, once you cancel somebody, where do they go? Like, where do they go? Because many times these people are still going to be in our society. We're still going to see them. We're still going to interact with them in some way, shape, or form. Where do they go? And not only where do they go, but as far as like, do we just ship them off to an island or something somewhere? And it's like that becomes cancellation island, where if you go there, you just live with the other disrespectful and rude and people who did not represent us well. I don't know. Like, these are some of the questions. But not only where do you go, but is there a reconciliation process after you've been canceled? Is there something that outside of the law? Because some of the people I'm going to talk about in this show, they have legal ramifications. So there's legal things that they have to deal with. But outside of that, are there things that you and I want them to do in order to become back in our quote unquote good graces, right? So the Chrisette Michele thing really gets me. For those of you who don't know, Chrisette Michele is a very gifted R&B singer. I think one of the best in the business. Chrisette Michele can sing anything. She can do ballad, she can do pop, she can do hip hop. She can do gospel. She can do jazz. She can do. I mean, her catalog, her versatility of her career from her first album to now. I mean, it's been unquestioned. She's a versatile artist whose voice tone is on a different level. I've seen her live, great live performer as far as her vocal talent. Some people you see live and vocally, you're like, oh, it's not their best day, but she's that person. Chrisette Michele, I believe it was in 2016, made a decision that she was going to be one of the performers and sing at one of Trump's inaugural ball. Okay. Not only did she sing at Trump's inaugural ball, but people believe that she got paid a nice sum for it, right? So people were like, no. And this was the climate of time. Because of Trump's divisiveness in our country, everybody was pulling out. Like, they were asking all kind of people, anybody who's a black singer, are you gonna sing? They were like, nope, not singing. Nope, I don't care how much money. I'm not singing. Nope. And they were making this decision in this stand. And it was her and Travis Green. Those of you who don't know, Travis Green is a gospel artist who, had a song Intentional that became a really big hit. They decided to go to the inaugural ball, and Travis Green and Chrisette Michele ended up singing Intentional, right? Now, after Intentional is a gospel song, right? So after that, Travis Green was not really dragged. I mean, and I remember him talking about it before he went. He was saying that he prayed with his, spiritual mentors, certain bishops and things, and he felt compelled that was the right thing to do. Chrisette Michele was kind of all over the place, and I think why like Black America really like was so hurt when she went is we felt Chrisette Michele represented a piece of us, that soul that, she was part of us. That was Chrisette, and after everything went down, Travis Green didn't really get dragged like that. And I think part of it was we look at a gospel singer going to minister different than a secular artist going to sing. We just do. Because gospel artists, they feel this calling on their life to go and minister and talk to people who don't agree with them, who don't look like them, who they might not have things in common with, but they feel like the Lord told them to go minister. Even if we don't like it, many times we give them a pass, right? So that was the first thing. Chrisette Michele didn't get that same courtesy because we were like, I mean, she about to go to the Trump's inaugural ball to sing "Blame It on Me." Like, how was that for the people? Say it's my fault. Come on, Chrisette. People just they were not with her on that. And I think that was a big, mistake. And she paid dearly for it because she got dragged and dragged and dragged and dragged. And she tried to explain it. Then she went and she apologized over and over. She went on an apology tour, just apologizing to everybody. And I think it got really, really bad. And it got to the point where she talked about she was about to commit suicide, which is we don't want anybody to like lose their life or kill themselves over this. So it was just like, come on, man, like this is too much. So it seems like we have not forgiven her. We're like, nah, Chrisette, you're canceled forever because she made this one mistake. And I just want to let y'all know, if people were to judge you by the biggest mistake that you made in your life, and that was a thing that people said forever, you will be known by that mistake. Not your name, not what you've done, not other things you've done, not you apologize, not that you moved on, not that you've grown, but people just know you by that mistake. How would you feel? And I think that's the problem with cancel culture. So what I want to introduce into the culture, my contribution, I've been thinking about this, is pause culture. It's called pause culture. We all have used pause. If you got a DVR home, you use pause. And my thing is, if we have something that we don't like, we say, you know what, I'm going to pause on that person right now. I'm good right now. But let me see how they follow up. Let me see how they do after that. Do they double down on it? Do they continue down that path? They start doing some stuff that I just can't rock with them? Or was that just an isolated bad decision that I have to forgive them on and say, hey, they fessed up and said it was a bad decision. Okay, we're good now. Now we're going to support that person again. And this brings me to Kanye West. Kanye West, who people want to say we cancel him, has not really received the cancellation notice. Because y'all showing up at his Jesus tour everywhere there is in record numbers, right? Kanye West is the man who said that slavery was a choice. That statement alone was way further than Chrisette Michele singing at a gala. I'm sorry. Slavery was a choice? He just disrespected every one of our ancestors. Every one of them. Who were raped, who were beaten, who were whipped, who were taken from their homeland. I mean, he disrespected everybody. Slavery was a choice. And y'all still like, well, College Dropouts, that was a dope album though. I still be playing it. What? And then not only that, he met with 45 with a MAGA hat on and was talking crazy talk. Kanye has continually doubled down on reckless statements, reckless behavior. And I feel like he's not been canceled like Chrisette has. It's not equal. And a friend of mine, brought to my attention that maybe this is a gender issue, because for some reason women just don't get another shot. you know, and black women especially don't get another shot. Because once they get canceled, it's like, that's it, you know? So maybe that's the issue that we have to talk about. But I feel like pause culture is much more effective. Because right now we have Chrisette, we have Kanye. I think Chrisette, we should have paused. We should have paused on it and said, I don't like this. This don't look good. You out there singing for Trump, bro. This is not good. You know, and I think the fact that she got paid for it, and the rumor goes back and forth how much she got paid, and then she got paid for it, whatever. I think people were more incensed because they felt like it was just you're selling out, like you're just going for the bag. You know what I mean? You're supporting a person who is divisive, who's racist, you know, all of those different things because you're going for a bag, you know? So I just thought it was kind of because of the time and climate that we're living in right now to talk about this, because R. Kelly has been canceled, right? What do we do with him? And to me, what does cancellation mean? Because I think maybe we have different levels of cancellation. To me, R. Kelly has the VIP level of cancellation. Whatever the highest level of cancellation there is, he should. What he did to those women was so disrespectful, was so wrong on every level for years. Our young girls, somebody's niece, somebody's daughter, somebody's granddaughter. I mean, he has the highest level of cancellation. So I'm sorry, you can't tell me that it's still okay to go to the cookout and step in the name of love. I'm not with it. You can't tell me that it's okay to be tripping out with your friends and on the remix to Ignition, hiding fresh out the kitchen. I'm not with it, you know, because I feel like if we're saying we're making a bold stand that we are canceling being a purveyor of that person's art, then we have to be consistent with it. We have to be solid with it. Bill Cosby, another one. Where does he go? I feel like he's probably on the VIP wing of cancellation, right? Because he was doing this to women for so long, you know, and it's tough because I feel like we all in this generation have benefited from the Cosby Show. Many people did not have role models in their home, their house. They did not have those kind of people. So Bill Cosby and you know, and Felicia Rashad and Rudy, all of those people were like a part of the family. They were so pivotal at like, yo, you know, this is how a black family should be. You know, we love this. This is beautiful. All that kind of stuff. And I think we it's tough for us because we want to really like Cliff Huxtable, but cancel Bill Cosby. And I think that's the tough thing that, if we're being honest with ourselves, that we all are dealing with. Because the Cosby Show was such a great show, it was something that was such a big thing for black people, for black kids, black families. We learned from it, we grew from it, we feel like we grew up with them, and we want to cancel Bill. You know, so these are tough and complex things that I think we have to really think about. But I would say, even, you know, with a lot of stuff, even years ago with the Duke lacrosse team that was accused of raping a young lady, right? I was ready to go down and fight them guys. You know, we were like, all these privileged guys, these rich privileged white boys, like everybody was talking about that and really upset about it. But then the young lady said she lied. And we were all like, we ruined these guys. You know, I think they had lost their scholarship. I mean, all these things they had lost, and just the perception now of everybody thinking that you were a rapist is tough, you know? And I think that's the hard part for all of us to swallow is, let's pause. Let's just pause for a second. Let some of the facts come in. Look at everything included and then make a decision. Let's not just jump out there because we can ruin someone's life, you know? And we saw that with Chrisette, like I said, who was suicidal. So I'm going to ask you guys, and especially my black women out there, I love you, my sisters, my queens. You are everything to me. I was raised by a powerful black woman. I was raised by other black women in my family who are just amazing women. So my love for you is endless. It's boundless. You can't box it in. And I know that the level of love and care that you guys have in you is endless. I'm asking y'all, can y'all forgive Chrisette Michele? Can we take her out of cancellation status? Her application to be reintroduced into our life, it should be accepted. It should. I'm sorry. She's paid the price. I don't think Chrisette's ever going to do anything like that again. For real. The girl got a song on one of her albums called Black Lives Matter. Like, isn't it time? Like, we're forgiving. Like, she's one of us. Let's bring her back into the fold. Let's let her know, Chrisette, just don't do it again. Or we gonna put you on the island with Cosby and R. Kelly and them and Kanye. So I just think it's very important, y'all, that we take a pause, take a breath, and just see how we are thinking about these things before we cancel somebody. And that might be in your own individual life as well, right? There might be a friendship that you are just canceled because y'all had a little disagreement, but y'all had a bad moment. That doesn't mean that that's not a friend. That's not somebody you should be with. You know, I feel personally that, I mean, I know everybody's going to be mad at me, but I think Molly and Issa's friendship should be canceled. I just don't feel that they bring out the best in each other. I just don't think that. I think that they have allowed their friendship to run its course. And that's it, you know. But a lot of y'all probably will push back and say, Brandon, come on, you being a hypocrite now. Maybe it should just be paused. Let Molly go and get some help, and then we can revisit this. But I just wanted to stop by real quick. Your boy wanted to stop by because I wanted us to talk about this more in depth. What do you feel about cancel culture? What are the remnants of it that have affected your life? What are some of the things you feel? Because I'm tired. Kanye West should be canceled. I'm sorry. I'm done making excuses. We all made excuses for Kanye. Oh, after his mom died and this and that. And oh, he with Kim Kardashian. You know how she does with dudes. All these things we've said, whatever. But all he has done is he is hurting our community by his statements. Slavery is a choice is one of the most hurtful things that you can say to a black person, period. Meeting with Donald Trump, rocking a red MAGA hat and all of those things. Those are things that are hurting us. They are dividing and hurting us as a culture. So I feel like we should approve his application to be canceled officially, and not buy any of his albums, not support him, not be at the not be at your homegirl parties, singing Gold Digger or whatever like that, or 505, the Heartbeats album, all that kind of stuff. I just think that we just need to make a stand and say, look, bro, you are not aligning what we feel as a culture. You are making reckless things, and we're not going to support that. And I think that's what we have to really think about as we go forward, as we look at this cancel culture and what goes on. I think another thing that, I don't know if we really, I don't know if we really dissected it. But what do you guys think about maybe even starting something with cancellation and doing a pause and cancellation, having a vote, just like they used to vote American Idol. Maybe we can have a vote and say, yo, this person, we gonna pause them, this person we gonna cancel, and and make a statement like that. So I'm curious to see what you guys think, what you guys feel. Hopefully everybody's staying blessed, staying good out here, staying positive, and we will see. And we know as a culture, hopefully come November, we will cancel Donald Trump. That he should be the number one person that we actually, send to that island. I know some of us would drive him to the island. We would drive him, pack his bags and be like, hit the road, bro. So that's the person I think definitely should be canceled, that most of us can't argue with, because of what he's done to all of us and those kind of things. So with that being said, this has been another installment of Kickback Conversations. Thank you so much for all you guys' support. Thank you for the DMs, the questions, and everything like that. And let's keep this thing going. Cancel culture, pause culture. We out.